could... Yeah. Extract or open cache. Okay, basically... You can send... Yeah, I didn't mean...
Yeah, it's meant to be objects and stuff.
Right, okay.
Not people.
Well, I figured basically it was basically, he can find power and sort of open it, and that's all he was trying. That's what I meant by that.
Yeah, that's object.
Okay, I figured it was like just. I figured. What I meant was basically I figured that basically.
Yeah.
Okay, continue on.
Yeah, it's okay.
Right. Alright.
Do you want me to explain what I thought there or not?
So Katsumi will just kind of shake her head and she'll be like, I'll be fine. It's just fatigue. You should be able to get back to the surface. Do you trust Katsumi to go back right now?
How tired is she? I mean, is she really sort of very fatigued?
She'll stumble a bit as she gets
yeah,
up.
if she's stumbling, I do help her basically put her clothes back on if I can. And I do say as long as this place doesn't close on us, if you want, we can rest here for a while.
Don't you have things to do yourself?
Yeah, we never went back to the dorms. I got my books, so I can almost just study.
She'll just kind of do that, like you're going to study within the grounds of the Great Reunion. That's.
I would also like to look around, but I figured if you're gonna I'll stay by you just in case anything. I don't know. You look like you're not ready to go anywhere, so there's no reason for us to go anywhere. Is there some place where you can rest?
No, this temple was not meant to be inhabited by humans. It is for the kami and for Ryujin. To imagine there would be cushions and drapery here would be a mockery.
Alright. If you think you can get us back, then get us back.
Alright. And I guess Katsumi, she will try to manifest Otohime again. So 1d10 plus 1d4 because her distinction, she's fucking tired. Her worst die would be her intuition. It's 1d100. I think it's minus 30 persona control. Let me see.
Anything I can do to help her with that?
No, not really.
Okay.
Yeah, persona control is minus 10 usually, but she's tired, so I'll make her minus 20. Okay. Well. Alright. Woo! Nah. Sumi doesn't have the ability to reroll. As you might not have been able to tell with all this shit that I've rolled. So alright, she'll start to do the ritual again, but she's a compared to the mastery she had before, it's like she can barely lift her arms up to get into position.
How about you show me around for a little bit? We don't have to go back immediately. I mean, as you said, how many times can somebody, do I have an opportunity to see this and I walk away? How about it?
Without the bubble, you'll drown.
Well, you can point. You need to rest.
Sorry. I can always call Father, and he can extract you.
I'm not going anywhere till you're going somewhere. As I said, don't worry about me. As a matter of fact...
That would include myself as well.
Last time it didn't.
Last time she didn't call her dad.
Yeah. Look.
You can roll an understanding.
She did after she pushed you all away.
Yeah, and he said she'll get back. I'm just saying.
And she did.
I'm just saying.
I'll send my dad intuition to this.
Which I'm not denying history.
Can I add my Katsumi? Because this is definitely reading her.
You
so
get
6.
From what you know about Katsumi and the way she came up by herself last time is that it would severely dent her pride if she had to rely on Daddy to bail her out of a simple task in her eyes.
Look, I think all my teachers will basically pretty much appreciate me if I had some time to study. So get some rest. Can I manipulate this terrain any? Would that be upsetting anybody?
What do you mean?
I can control Earth. I can make a somewhat comfortable sort of earthen bed for you.
Do not.
Then I won't. I asked first, right? Come on, that's bonus points for me, right?
Thinking before you act should be common sense.
But it isn't. It's me.
Alright, so I guess she'll just kind of sit upon the stone stair. And she'll just kind of stare at the ground. And she's obviously visibly upset.
Sort of take my jacket off, sort of, fold it up into sort of like a pillow, sort of put it, sort of hand it to her.
It's quite cold down here. You'll get a cold. You should keep your jacket on. Your body isn't used to this environment.
No, probably not. Anyway, he gets out his books, starts, he's trying to let her rest so she can regain her energy. Trying to get her into a deep conversation is probably not conducive to that.
And I guess if you won't bring it up, she'll just say quietly, she'll be like, this is what I meant when there's the great divide between us.
What? I won't bring that up because obviously I misinterpreted what you first wanted to talk to me about, and I went down a path that you did not want. So I won't try to refoil that, but everybody has limits in their powers.
Yes, everybody has their own limit, but mine is extremely short. The way that you effortlessly maneuvered the barrier, as if Ryujin himself welcomed a human with such immense power. I myself can never know that feeling of being respected as not a peer, but something close.
Yeah, but after 5 minutes of talking with me, I'll probably be dirt again.
Dirt again?
Last time around here, we didn't endear ourselves, and with my heritage...
When it comes to our ways, you're very much removed from it. You have traces of your Japanese lineage, but it's been completely overwritten from your foreign influences. I've never seen somebody who is 100% a version of their foreign father. It's as if you were cut from the same stone, with the exact same grooves. You're a splitting image.
I always got the impression from my mom that my father, the relationship they had was not one she wanted to ever remember. And since it was probably tied a lot to her heritage, she made sure that I grew up in as a Western environment as I could. Unfortunately, that was probably just another one of his tricks.
Parents, there's always going to be a distance between a parent and their child. We can never be on equal footing, but that's what makes the relationship between a parent and their child unique. You may not be on the same footing, but there's a connection there that cannot be formed in any other sort of relationship.
I know. I know that there's power on my father's side. And I know that basically in order to embrace that power, I need to embrace him. Or at least pretend to.
Pretend to?
I don't know his end games. I don't know I don't trust him. I don't think he has the good of many in mind. And unfortunately, the deal I made was not one, did not have a side attached to it.
The way that you speak of your sire, it seems that you are playing a game of go. Was it so go?
Go.
Go.
Yes, go.
Or shogi.
Yeah.
Shogi's more equivalent to chess.
Yes, okay. And it is not one between two respected friends, but it is a one where the pieces of that are your own memories and your ideals, and you pit them against one another.
It isn't even a fair contest. It's a master against a novice. Guess which one I am? Which is entirely why I simply don't know. It could be good, it could be bad. There are 1,000 different, there's more than it is endless the possibilities that could be. I just hope that I don't fall down one of the negative paths.
If you do not trust this man, if you do not see him as a father in the truest sense of the word, then why do you play the same game?
Because my power is connected to him. In order to basically increase my power, I need him to show me the path. If I walk away completely from him, then I don't gain power, and I will fail.
Power and might. Well, yes, we are connected to our families. That is part of the fabric that weaves the myth of the world. Beliefs that are passed down from generation to generation. We are a product of those who came before us. But still,
go.
You spoke of me, of choosing a path. I know deep down in my heart that this is what I want. And my mind tells me this is what I want. It's just a question of ability and how I can perform that duty without crumbling under the pressure. But for you, it really does seem that you struggle with the idea of having to rely on people you don't want to rely on, but they have what you want.
It's again, I feel sorry for the way the conversation went earlier, but in a part, this goes back to it. All I was trying to say, and as I see myself, there are paths in front of us. We choose we choose the paths we walk. Some of them we choose because it gains us power. Some of them we choose because it gains us friends. Some of it we choose because it gets us an ice cream sundae. It doesn't matter what it is. We choose those paths. I feel with everything that's going on up there and how it seems to all be going toward a very bad conclusion, that since I'm in a position where I can't affect it, I need to find power, and I need to basically walk those paths that get it for me. Unfortunately, those are paths with dangerous missteps on them, and I fear that I basically may fall into those, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to walk those paths. Right now, my father offers me power, and he knows that I don't trust him. So it's a game of whether or not I am good enough to catch him if he's trying to trick me, and that's where it ends.
Trickery from your own kin. That is not something that I ever was to experience myself. I'm sorry that you have to go through these emotions.
Yeah.
They must not be pleasant.
Even worse is I can even realize that basically the trick might have been from my mother. For all I know, I only know the stories she told me of him. I don't know who he is. He left before I had any memories. So this entire distrust of him could be because she put that in my head. Now, I don't think so. I don't distrust her, but I'm not going to deny that it might not be a possibility. So as I said, it's a wobbly road, and I don't even know if it's stable, and I'm the one that's wobbling on it.
I see. When it comes to my own mother, well, she and father, they have quite something together, even though she's on her path. But, well. She'll just kind of look to the side, and she'll be like, I wish to ask you something, and I don't know whether it's personal or not. These matters can be seen as quite personal.
Ask away.
You, from what Otohime told me, you have a weakness to the darkness.
I think Kuz mentioned it to me once or twice.
The way that personas manifest is that their elements are a combination of what they used within their own tale, and also a combination of the person who they are making a vow with. This aversion to darkness. It may not be entirely a issue that's entirely originating from Kukulin himself.
The way you say it, I would almost say it's basically entirely from me then.
I don't wish to point fingers, but when it comes to people who struggle with Harma and Mudo, the only tales I've heard of are stable paths and hardship from my father and our family. But those who walk into it haphazardly, I've been quite sheltered in that regard. And I feel, at the moment, I'd wish to ask you so that in the future I may not make the same mistake again.
What? I'm sorry, I don't entirely understand. Was that the question? Or are you asking if you can ask?
She'll just kind of look at the ground and she'll be like, I'm... And she'll roll her diligence, actually.
Wow.
And she'll just be like, I cannot do this wordplay anymore. It's not right. I'm deceiving you by being obtuse. I will just tell you exactly. You are classmates with Takinaka. I know of what he did. I saw those horrible things that he did and what he did to Shimoda-san. And I keep asking myself, I could have prevented something like that if I had known that the path he had chosen was one not made from a conscious choice, but something driven by an irrational fear and hatred. I wish to ask you how you deal with this weakness to Muda yourself, as somebody who has only recently gotten information and knowledge about who you are as one who is gifted from the kami, mythopoetic in more neutral terms. That is why I was asking you, because it is something that I can barely stomach.
Until I'm placed in that position, I obviously cannot answer with certainty. I can only say that I hope that my actions have always lead toward an outcome that is better than what it was if I had not acted. And I will not basically engage in any element that I basically perceive will cause an immediate degrading of the environment. Basically, I don't think I would, if given the choice, that as I understand he was given, I would not make the same decisions.
You.
But power is seductive, and I cannot deny that. And I have a weakness to it, as you've pointed out. But if that's the case, I do hope others would prevent me from doing it.
I mentioned earlier that your aura, it had a conquering sense about it. Your weakness to Muda, from what I've read about how these things work, it would seem that the fact that you could be entangled within the darkness, that it would manipulate you so that you've grown a weakness to it. And that also acts as your bulwark as well. You are weak to the darkness, but you know this, so you stay away from it. It's your instinct to stay away from it because you know it will hurt you, even if it might benefit you. But yet that weakness to darkness, you will never be chosen through the path of Hammer, because you have that intrinsic need for power and might that is not from a wholesome origin.
Something tells me I've heard too many stories of that war basically being a war that I don't want to be a part of. It doesn't sound like... good doesn't sound good to me. And I don't think it's necessarily good for everybody. I think they're in a war that I don't want any part of.
Well, Hammer and Muda will always be in conflict. But there's only a war that was founded off of ignorance and misunderstandings. Conflict isn't necessarily a bad thing. There is tug and there is pull. But the way that we've spoiled the kami and the gods, our own imperfect and irrational viewpoint as humans has spoiled the relationship entirely. And that is not something that we can blame on anybody else but ourselves. And it is something that we must fix, even if it is inevitable.
it's something we have to understand. Without us, it's a non-started game. It's an element within all humans. We have to understand it and try to basically make compensations for it. But it's part of the rules of it's intrinsic in the game itself. And I don't mean to take lightly of it by saying game. I mean it in the strongest sense. That this is as you said, conflicts are not necessarily bad, but most conflicts become bad because it is improperly seen. Does that make any sense?
She'll just kind of hold her hand up and she'll be like, you always answer with another question to ponder about. Your words, even though they're simple in their language, their message is quite complex. It seems that you pose another challenge with every question that I put across, and it can be quite mentally working.
How about this? I agree with what you said.
She'll just kind of smile and she'll be like, I was asking you a question out of my own selfishness to try and understand what happened. When it comes to philosophy, perhaps when I'm in another better frame of mind, we can talk about that over tea.
It's a date.
Right. Well, when it comes to talking simply and freely, there's still a lot I have to learn. You're not quite as simple as Reiko can be.
Reiko is a unique individual. I've not known her for long, but damn.
I did not mean that in a negative way.
Neither do I. I mean, she's quite easy to become somebody's friend because she wears her heart on her sleeve. Unless it is the ultimate manipulation, you can feel safe with her because she tells you who she is, and that's a good thing. Yes. That's all I meant by it.
Reiko is as warm as the fire on a cold night, and she's as bright as the sun. When it comes to interacting with her people, she's in her natural element. She's truly gifted in that regard. When it comes to myself, my intentions are well, but my execution is a bit cold and distant. It is something that, well, I aspire to be as seemingly open as she is.
Yeah. I don't think anybody can be as open as she is and bubbly.
But it is fitting. Like, she has the mark of the chosen. Her sandy hair, the tint of a sunset within her irises, the soft curling of the teal that highlights the ends. It is the tan of her skin that is just the right amount. Truly a blessing.
I agree with you there.
She'll just kind of laugh and she'll be like, perhaps we have different interpretations of beauty. You have a male viewpoint on these things.
I was meaning her spirit. I figured that's what you were saying, is that basically she has something about her just shines through, and just it's something you basically want to you want to be around it because it gives you hope.
Yes, she is a lovely embodiment of hope and optimism. And I guess at this point, like, some time will pass.
Okay.
And then she'll be able to manifest her persona.
Okay. Because I apologize if this comes out, but I'm kind of dying, so...
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure it was meaty since it was the 50 XP thing.
Oh, no, definitely.
Meaty.
Matey.
No, definitely Raph got a lot more out of it than I expected.
Yeah. That's somewhat good. Yeah,
so now you know
we got
about
a bunch of questions. So, Raph, what about this? Well, what about this? Fuck's sake.
So now you know about Katsumi's fucked up back and her magical back scars. There you go.
And temples are cool.
Right. So I
was going to say, mainly, the thing I wanted was her to basically sort of open up to Raph, and that's what she did. Literally, apparently. So, yeah, I'm all good with that.
I don't know if I'd say literally about that. She didn't
her
exactly
back
put up on her
opened up.
skin.
The skin, it broke open. That's literally.
Good point.
That's the meme. Oh man, listen to this music.
Need something upbeat.
Hell yeah.
Alright, so I imagine Kaharu isn't going to be like, yeah, I'm going to go out and socialite and party all night. Like, just what Kaharu did.
Yeah, Chris is gone.
Chris disappeared like somewhere in there.
Yeah, he disappeared like a few minutes ago.
I don't see.
Did he say goodbye?
No, he just disappeared.
No.
Probably his cable went out again, or his dog ate something.
I didn't hear anything, so. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
okay.
get to skip over that.
So I guess this is where everybody can convene back at the dormitory.
Yeah.
Like Akira, like Wukong would have said he was going out to Akira.
Cool. Yeah, you have fun. Wait, where are you going?
He's gone.
Fuck, say it!
You feel like there's a lack of respect between you two.
Oh, I treat him like a human. Fuck that guy. I give him all the ice cream he wants.
He's not a human.
It's not like I see you
god.
as dirt. It's just like, you know, I'm like, he's like a version of Raph, but with actual experience behind it.
Kira's melting point is just raising every time she has to deal with stuff. I'm going. Where are you going? Bye. Hey, what's up? I can't tell you. Hey, you alright? I can't tell you.
It's not like Wukong looks down on her. He just knows he's the motherfucking Wukong.
Yeah, sure. But it's still adding up the file.
I think Chris responded.
Yeah.
So the DC was a tech issue.
Yep.
I'll be...
Well, he said he was gonna have to go anyways.
Alright. Let's see. Oh, it is.
Well, I guess I'll have to consider spending that much HBO gets me too. You can get a lot of it. A lot from it, that's what I meant.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think what was it? Rio started the trend of basically, you know, just bashing them with XP.
No, I did that.
You were doing that way beforehand, right?
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
I did it because I have to for a story reason. It was nice to get to talk to Naomi, but I'd have liked to have done that anyways.
Well, Rio reminded Naomi that, hey, even if she did run away, Kudak wouldn't love her anymore.
Fuck you. We had a nice talk.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I
not that
forgot
he wouldn't
about
love
that
her anymore, it's
myself,
just
and
they
I was
couldn't
like,
express
oh
that love
shit,
anymore.
you guys are assholes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
That-
nobody
that-
murdered each other.
He
that's a
said
bonus.
there was a dick reason.
Yes, you did preface it.
Yes.
What's the point of running away if it's going to be pointless anyway? That's just bad.
Exactly.
I forgot what the good reason was.
I'll remind you later.
Okay.
We need allies, and you need allies.
It wasn't
Alright,
quite
Din
that.
Dins. Who's
Din.
cooking it? Is it Ain't Kahoru?
Is at this did at this time I finish my studying or not?
Yes.
I mean,
How-
there's no. I figure
Yeah.
Raps was down there for at least 5 or 6 hours. I mean,
He
Yeah.
wasn't
When did-
stuck there for 5 and 6 hours.
Hello,
He was
surprise
okay.
motherfucker.
He was probably there for like if you guys got to the shrine for like 4:30, you probably would have gotten out by 7.
Mm-hmm. How
He
did
would
the
have gotten an
No.
hour in studying. He probably spent the rest chatting with Etsumi. I don't think he was hard at the books in the shrine.
no, I wasn't gonna try and get extra hours. I was just basically just figuring, where to place when he came back. That's all.
He would have come back before 8, like maybe 7:30.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess if he's around during dinner, he would cook.
Yeah, you should cook. How did the walk back with Naomi go? What time would I get back from that?
How long did you delay meeting her?
I mean, he
think he
walked
said he
around to
just
try and
walked
find a bus
casually.
stop. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it was.
You can say what time
like-
they met because he would have sent you the text, because he stormed off before school ended.
Yes.
So
All right. I would imagine they met somewhere between around 4:30 to 5. Like I said, he wasn't rushing, and he was trying to do the city, and he really wasn't looking forward to the talk. It went a lot better than he expected, though.
I mean, it's not like Naomi's just an evil harpy. She's just emotional.
Well, no, but she's directly in a position where she has
Yeah,
no
I'm
reason
So you
to
directly
spent
the
50
person who fucked her up.
XP. I had to finish the storyline.
Oh,
Yeah, but in
yeah,
character,
but his character
I
is like, this can't go
directly
well.
was responsible for her being fucked up.
Yeah.
Listen, he was a Japanese man ready to assume responsibility.
I mean, technically, he wasn't there at the church meeting.
Anyway, Jess, but I've gotten a few
He's
hours
still-
after Matoki brushed her hair because he was actually going somewhere of studying.
Yes, you would have gotten like 2-3 hours, depending on how diligent Akira is.
Oh, let's roll.
Half an hour.
If he had gone to the
Actually, I'm gonna ask to just say that it was free because she's actually really anxious about the test because last time they went so bad, and she's still kind of paranoid they're going to go the same way and she's going to get fucked up again somehow. So she's been kind of paranoid about these.
Mhm.
Alright, so you would have studied since 5 p.m. then. You wouldn't have come out for your room or anything.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, so you can put 3 hours then.
She'll look at it a bit, just be a bit like kind of blank-eyed after doing that. She's not used to being like fucking